Hey Pratt, it is your personal trainer and strength coach Karina here, and I am going to be going over the first upper body exercise of phase 2 of your summer strength training program. So the exercise that we're going over today is going to be a barbell overhead press. The overhead press is a really essential movement for developing your shoulder strength, which is going to be really important for any upper body based athletes, whether you're a thrower or a swimmer or anything like that. So when you're doing this exercise, a couple pointers for getting the most efficient movement possible is first of all going to be your hand positioning. So for men versus women, our wingspans are generally pretty different. So the setup for everyone is not going to be the same, but generally what you're looking for is your hands to be just outside of shoulder width. So something that's also really important is making sure that your hands are evenly positioned on the bar. One thing that you can look for as a visual cue is the blank strips that are on the bar. Basically, those are going to be good indicators whether I usually use my pointer finger, whether I'm on top of the blank strip or just outside or inside of it. Just make sure that your hands are evenly lined up so that way you're not over weighted on one side versus the other. It's really important to keep the bar nice and flat throughout the entire movement. Another thing is going to be your foot positioning. You want to keep a nice narrow foot position so that way you can have a nice vertical strong center of gravity. If your feet are positioned too wide, that's actually going to make it a little bit harder to one, balance, and two, maintain a good straight and tall position. Another thing that you want to think about is going to be the bar path, which is essential in making sure, especially when you're starting to add on heavier weight, the bar position is super essential for you to not get injured and also be able to just push more weight. So with the bar position, basically the bottom of the bar should be coming right between your chin and basically like your nipple line. So right in the center of your chest. So once the bar touches, and I do want you to try and touch your chest with the bar, from there, the positioning of your hands is going to be really close to your chin. So once you're pushing the bar up, you want to keep the bar nice and close to your face. If you start to push away, the further you are from your center of gravity, the weaker you're going to become. So the straighter and taller that you are with that hand position, the better you're going to perform. So continuing on up, once you go straight up with your hands, you're going to want to push your arms back a little bit. So it's almost like your arm is going to be basically even with your ear at the very top of the movement, and your hands are going to be back. You can also think about pushing your chin a little bit forward so that way you can lock in your shoulder blades at the top and be nice and straight with your arms. So at the top of the position, also try not to rest too much at the top because it's honestly going to make it harder for you as well. You want to maintain a steady pace with this exercise. You want to explode to the top of the movement and control the bar nice and slow on the way down. Again, my main points in this: keep a nice straight bar path, have a strong core and keep your stomach engaged. Make sure you're not arching your back too much. And then also make sure that your glutes are engaged so that way you can be as sturdy as possible. So if you guys have any questions about performing a barbell overhead press, feel free to message me at Body by Karina, message Pratt at Pratt Recwell, or you can drop your questions in the comments. Happy lifting, and I will see you next week.